The following is a RackRadioShow.com exclusive.
We are back, and we are here to talk all about last night's super duper exciting, because it's an oh my god kind of show, NXT Takeover Unstoppable, and this show was unstoppable.
He's gonna kill you, he's gonna kill you.
We're going to get into Murder Bear 1 and Murder Bear 2, because there's now 2. A little bit later...
Wait, I should change that. She's gonna kill you, she's gonna kill you.
Yep. Yep. But top to bottom, Takeover was a fantastic show. They weren't lying when they said, you don't want to miss this. Y'all, if you miss this, for the love of God, find a copy and watch it. This was 10 times better than Payback.
Oh, yeah. You heard a review of Payback just a little while ago, and this show right here was amazing. It was energetic. I think that's the best way to describe this show. It was energetic.
It was energetic. They put some real effort behind it. You can tell they put some real effort behind it. They reconfigured the area, or I should say the space, made it feel larger. They upgraded the entrance ramp. They had a really cool light-up ramp. They had lights behind the superstars as they came out. They had the videos. And everybody got new gear.
Just about, except for the main eventers.
Except for the main eventers. Everybody got new gear.
Yeah, everyone had new gear, new lighting, everything. This was amazing. And we sat here and watched this show going, holy crap, did you see that? Holy crap, I can't believe what I just saw. Oh my god. Are they trying to kill each other? Yes, they are. Oh my god.
Somebody call the cops, because they just stole the show.
And it started from the beginning, and it just like, match after match after match, everyone was trying to outdo the other. And that's what's great about a show. This had a great flow to it the entire night.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it peaked, it started off very hot, continued, it lowered it down a little bit, and kept going and going, lowering back down, and then you went back up for that ride. Ooh.
Yeah, and there was one point where we were watching it, and it's in the middle of the women's match, where it's, oh my god, the main event's next. Oh my god, like, this show flew by.
Yeah, it really, 2 hours... is just the perfect amount of time for this show. Because if it went 3, you would have got
3 would have been too much.
2
An hour is not long enough.
2 is great.
2 is perfect. 2 is absolutely perfect for these specials. So I say we dive right into it. And we gotta talk about what happened on the pre-show, which was the whole Hideo Itami situation. As we reported a couple weeks ago, Hideo got hurt. Everybody's wondering what they were going to do for TakeOver because he was in the number 1 contenders match. They did address it by having Hideo being shown in the parking lot via fan, in quotations, which I kind of like that it was fan footage, after he was attacked and clutching his shoulder.
Yeah. The fans were interviewing Carmella and Enzo and Cass as they got out of the car, and everyone was screaming, what's going on? They all ran over to Hideo, and the best part about it, he's sitting there writhing in pain, and everyone's trying to check on him. Kevin Owens walks by in his NXT t-shirt and goes, well, that's gotta suck, basically.
That's unfortunate. I think that's what he said. Is that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love how everybody's dressed up. They're in suits, and Kevin Owens walks by in jeans and a t-shirt. Well done, Kevin.
In his performance center gear. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally got dressed up for this.
Now, so Hideo Itami, they said, has a torn rotator cuff, probably out a few months. At least 6, as we reported a few weeks ago.
Yeah, at least 6 to 8. So we'll have to, see how Hideo goes and hope that he gets well soon.
Yeah, hopefully he gets well soon. Now, before we get into what was amazing and awesome in the first 10 minutes, if Hideo was involved, what would he have done?
I can't imagine this match with Hideo, but I kind of want to. Yeah. Because we have to talk about the first match of the night, which was the number 1 contenders match. And the entrances alone made this match. I would have loved to have seen what they did for Hideo.
Right, because it was sort of like, okay, we gotta break this down. So, first, you had Tyler Breeze come out with a whole catwalk type entrance.
He had models. They were modeling the Spring Collection 2015. They had their little, basically all of Tyler's old furry jackets and tail thingies, and they had phones. And then, well, Tyler himself came out in his cape. He had a cape.
No selfie stick. He had a cape.
He had a cape.
Yeah.
I'm loving the cape.
That was kind of epic, and he owned the catwalk.
Oh, he was working it. He was amazing. Yeah, just Tyler's entrance by itself was awesome.
That entrance right there was worth $9.99.
Yeah. Close.
Close. If you didn't think that one was worth $9.99, check out the next one for Finn Balor. Holy crap.
I don't have words for Balor. I really, really don't, beyond he had spikes. He looked like some kind of demonic stegosaurus.
Yeah.
But it was awesome.
Yeah, that was sort of the phrase being thrown around. The demon arrived, as they called it. If you haven't seen it, King Kittens, go buy the network King Kittens and go watch the show King Kittens.
Yeah. Like I said, if you missed this show, go watch this show. I mean, if you're complaining about non-quality wrestling, for the love of God, go watch NXT, because anything NXT seems to do blows the regular product out of the water.
Because they're all there, they're all excited to be on the show and excited to perform.
Yeah. Balor came out, he had his wig thing, he had this amazing paint job, he looked like a demonic stegosaurus, he had spikes, and then when he stood up he had bat wings. I mean, it was just, and Balor came out, the crowd was super into it, and just, it was amazing. God, I wish I could have been there live for that.
That was cool. Like, legit, that was freaking cool.
I want to see Balor's entrance at a Mania. I want to see them do that kind of entrance at WrestleMania. I'm digging Balor. Really seriously digging Balor.
And from interviews he said, he's not ready to leave NXT.
Oh, I certainly hope not.
He's enjoying himself right now.
As he should. I mean, he's already grown leaps and bounds since he's arrived this summer. Or this past summer. Winter, whenever he showed up.
No, it was close to last fall.
Last fall. And just, yeah, I mean, Hideo has improved leaps and bounds. Finn has improved leaps and bounds. I'm really excited for Finn Balor. I think he's going to bring something super special to the product that we haven't seen before.
Or in a very long time.
Or in a very long time.
I
think he's unique enough on his own that we haven't seen him do it.
Oh, yeah. But he has that look, that presence that can take over the company. And it'll be very interesting to see how he's booked going forward in NXT. And then when it goes up to the main roster, because that look, that persona, can be very special.
Yeah.
Because like, the demon side of Finn Balor really can work on a grand stage.
Oh, yeah.
Normal Finn Balor is cool and all, but Demon Finn Balor.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Demon Finn Balor all the time. I wouldn't do it for Raw. I would do it for pay-per-views like what they do now, where they have him pull it out for the really special events, and they paint him up for the really special events.
Because it takes like
that's when you get to see it.
Yeah, it takes like 4 hours to get painted up like that.
Oh yeah, every bit. And that's not even the most extravagant paint job he's ever done. The stuff he used to do on the indies was incredible. And what he's doing now is starting to rival that, especially this job where he had the eyeball drawn on and the spots. And it's like, it looked like something had been clawing at his legs and his legs are bleeding. And he had like little demon things coming up from inside his trunks, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, the way that they did the whole paint job this time was really, really, really cool. We could go on about the entrances, but we probably need to talk about the match.
Yeah, we should talk about the match, because the match itself was really, really good. You had Tyler Breeze who wore down Finn for a while. Finn made his comeback, which included a double foot stomp to the back on the outside, which was nice and different.
Mm-hmm.
And I just loved, throughout the different parts of the match, Finn would just slowly stalk Tyler Breeze in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
He had that slow movement going tonight, or last night I should say, and yeah. Balor connected with a nice sling blade, but then ran into a supermodel kick for a long 2 count. Tyler Breeze was untying the top turnbuckle, and while that sort of played a part as the week went on, he beat Balor down in the corner. Breeze went for a splash, stopped himself because he knew, hey, I don't want to smash my pretty face. Finn hit the turnbuckle, beauty shot, 1, 2, 3, not to be. Finn Balor kicked out. Balor lays Breeze out on the ramp, he surprised Breeze on the ramp, jumped him from behind, laid him down. Then Finn disappeared for a second. Went, where is he? Where is he? He was up on the on the set because with the
Finn goes high risk.
Because the way they have it set up, there's something you can walk on top of it now because how they have the lights and everything. And he dove off it right down on the Breeze, and as he was up on there, the fans were chanting, "Please don't die! Please don't die! Please don't die!"
Right.
It was awesome.
It's like, please don't break your neck, Finn. Please don't. We love you.
Right. Even though it wasn't a super huge dive height-wise, it's sort of like your basic dive off the top rope, but it was still impressive. He then back in the ring, running drop kick in the corner, and then the double stomp for the win. Finn Balor is victorious, and now is the number 1 contender, Kevin Owens, NXT Championship.
That'll be good. We've seen it before. I would see it again. I would pay to see it again. I will pay to see it again because it's only on the network and it's $9.99 and it will be worth the $9.99 to see that again. This is just, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch the show again. And again, and again, and again. Because it was kind of awesome. Alright, so Finn Balor picks up the win. Cool. Nice start.
Great start.
It was exciting. It got you hyped up for this show. It got you into the show. Because, again, as we mentioned, as we went for a while just on the entrances, because the entrances were epic, this opening 10, 15, 20 minutes of the show, it just really sucked you in.
It's perfect. It was absolutely perfect. It was a great opener. Again, I would have loved to have seen Hideo in this mix, just to see what he would have added. And I know at some point we will see that mix, but not right now because obviously Hideo is out. But this was a great match, wonderful opener, and like you said, it just sucked you in. I mean, the 2 hours for this show did not feel like 2 hours. It felt like an hour.
It really, really did.
And all the matches on this show were long. They got plenty of time to do what they wanted, and you really saw on every match it delivered, but this one especially, because this was the opener. This is going to set the pace for the whole damn show, and it delivered. Top to bottom, delivered. They went out there and they showed their best.
Yes, they did.
Because, well, Stephanie McMahon was sitting front row.
Yes, she was.
I don't know if she sat front row the whole show, but she was sitting in front row. So continuing on from this, we get the first of 2, count 'em, 2 Divas matches on this show. This makes me so happy as a female wrestling fan to see the women represented. And they were well represented as we had Charlotte and Bayley taking on Emma and Dana Brooke. Charlotte came out. She did her little cartwheel. She did her woo. Bayley came out. She had her streamers. She had her slap bracelets, her, wacky inflatable tube men. They hugged and, just looked great together. They both had new gear. That's going to be the theme of the night. Everybody got new gear. Dana Brooke and Emma came out first, though. They were little less huggy and friendly, but still friendly. I don't know.
They shook hands and everything.
They shook hands. They were the heels of the situation, so they got to be baddies. But
I love that Charlotte hugged Bayley.
That was so cute. Bayley is adorable. Please, for the love of God, market everything with Bayley's face on it. I want a pop vinyl of Bayley.
That would be awesome.
With her little streamers and everything. I want one. Mm-hmm. I wish to God they would make one, because I would buy it.
That would be pretty cool.
Do you hear me, WWE? I know you are within the sound of my voice. Please, make a pop vinyl Bayley.
Yeah, anyway, into the match we go. We had a nice slingshot clothesline combo by Bayley and Charlotte. Bayley had a nice sliding dropkick through the post on Emma and Dana. Bayley at one point got yanked off the top rope, hit her head on turnbuckle, which was like, ow. We then had an evil Emma chant, which was kind of awesome.
That was adorable.
Like, we want Emma, and then they were also chanting evil Emma. It was like, oh, wow, the crowd's into this one tonight. There was one point Emma did a mocking hug to Bayley, and the smirk on her face was like, oh, shit. She knocked her down with a big right hand afterwards. Charlotte eventually got the hot tag, ran wild with chops to Dana and tossed Emma out of the ring. The distraction on Dana to take back control, though. Charlotte did a cartwheel through a double clothesline and hit a double DDT, which was really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Emma hit a crossbody, but Charlotte rolled through, locked in the figure 8. This is where I thought this was an awesome finish. It was different and unique. So she has the figure 8 locked in. Bayley slides underneath, trying to stop Dana Brooke from interfering. She takes her out, and then Charlotte hit natural selection on Emma for the win. I just loved that Bayley was able to slide underneath perfectly, stopping her. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
It was an awesome, unique, different finish. Charlotte and Bayley picked up the win.
Great match. Solid continuation from the number 1 contenders. The girls had an excellent showing. Again, they got time. They're able to get everything in that they wanted to get in. They clearly weren't rushed. They had just a really, really, really great match.
Yeah. We should go back really quickly. We had Finn Balor, the 8-Ball had Tyler Breeze, but we all took Dana and Emma, and we all lost that one.
I'm okay with that.
Alright, I'm just going through the picks at this point. Alright, so, good 2 matches. I would say this was the better of the 2 tag matches on the show as well.
Yeah, between the 2 tag matches, which were back-to-back, I would say this was the better one.
They also did a strut afterwards, which was kind of awesome.
It was so adorable!
Alright, so, in the match we hope really, really wasn't super long, and in an overall grand scheme wasn't overly long. You had Rhino taking on Baron Corbin. Corbin has definitely gone heel.
Yes.
They brought around ringside. Corbin eventually took control of Rhino, just pounded on him over and over in the ring, in the corner. Rhino made a comeback, but got cut off with headbutts from Rhino. Rhino, though, eventually hit a spinebuster, which was really nice for a 2 count. Rhino was going for the gore. Corbin countered with a clothesline and then hit End of Days for the victory. Your winner, Baron Corbin.
Not surprising Corbin won.
No, not surprising, even though you picked Rhino. So does a Magic 8-Ball, so take that 8-Ball.
Do you feel better?
I do feel better.
You know, this was the one match I think I was worried about on the show because it was just like this could be either really good or really bad. This wasn't super duper good, but this was not super super bad. These two did a really nice job together. Baron stepped up his game and really had a nice outing. Rhino got him through it because Baron's still kind of working through things and working on it. But Rhino made him look like $1 million, and they did a good job together.
Yeah, Rhino was a good opponent for Baron.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
At this point, we went backstage and heard from the NXT champion.
And there is the NXT champion getting set for his matchup tonight with the championship on the line against Sami Zayn.
Listen, man, I'm really sorry to bother you. I know it's a big day,
but then you did it anyway. You're sorry, but you still love me. That's nice.
I know it's a big day for you, but you've also had a pretty big week, and I just want to get your thoughts on everything that's happened.
Are you referring to NXT taking over Philadelphia and Albany last weekend, where I had not 1, not 2, but 3 successful title defenses?
Yeah.
You're talking about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably also Monday night when I showed up on Raw and shocked the world, not by answering John Cena's little open challenge, but by dropping him where he stood for trying to take credit for the injury that I caused Sami Zayn. Right?
Right.
You know, while I was on Raw, I made sure to show John Cena that this is a real prize by stepping on the U.S. title. So, I guess you're right, Greg. It was a pretty big week. You know what? Tonight's going to be the culmination of that week. Because if you think Sami Zayn is going to take this away from me and my family, well, I guess I have a bit of veteran advice for Sami. See, he shouldn't show up tonight. Because if he does, I promise it's the last time anyone will ever see Sami Zayn. Now,
okay, thank you.
Kevin Owens is focused.
Oh, Kevin, you glorious a-hole, you.
Yeah.
That's...
You know, he was sending a message. And that's what he does. He sends messages. And, well, as we saw later, sometimes his messages are right on point.
Yeah, they kind of are. I mean, like him or hate him, Owens can back up everything he says.
Yeah, he can. We then got the NXT Tag Team Championship match, Blake and Murphy taking on Enzo and Kaz. One, Enzo and Kaz have new shirts now. 2,
Carmella has awesome new gear.
Yeah.
3,
yeah.
Alexa Bliss is an evil Sparkle Fairy.
We'll tell you why in a second, but this was a good match, a solid match. The early turning point of the match was Enzo on the apron. He got clothesline, allowing the tag champs to take control of the match. You had a nice double team backbreaker, backcracker, whatever you call it, powerbomb combination. Nice DDT though by Enzo coming off the middle rope. Kaz got the hot tag, ran wild on the tag team champions, including a big boot, knocking one of them off the apron. There was a big side slam by Kaz. He was then dragging Enzo to the corner, put him on the top rope, going for the finish. And then Alexa Bliss showed up and attacked Carmella.
Alexa! That's not nice.
So Kaz was fighting with one of them on the outside. Alexa knocks Enzo off the top rope. Blake and Murphy capitalize, and they retain the NXT Tag Team titles. So Bliss is magic for the Tag Team Champions.
Evil Sparkle Fairy, and I'm digging it. Absolutely digging it. But yeah, no. This was a solid match. I mean, that's pretty much, I guess, the worst thing you could say. I don't know. They did their best with each other. I felt like they didn't really have the chemistry they could have.
No, but it was better than I had thought it would be going in.
It was better than I thought it would be going in. Murphy and Blake's entrance is blinding.
I can't even watch it.
But it was worse tonight because they were doing the zoom in and out with the camera as the strobe lights and everything were going off. It's like, oh my god, please stop. You're going to make me motion sick. But that's like my only complaint in this match was just their entrance was so blinding. But I thought everything else was well executed, well done. I like that they've turned Alexa Bliss heel. It works for her. I'm curious to see how they move forward from this one. But yeah, nice job from everybody involved.
Me and the 8-Ball got this one right. You had the DQ, no titles, Enzo and Kaz winning. Well, there was interference, but...
And there were no titles, but they didn't win.
Well, yeah, they didn't win either. So, we move on, and now we got some stuff to discuss. And that's the NXT Women's Championship Holy Crap match. Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch. Go.
I want Becky's coat. I want Becky's hair color. Becky went steampunk. Yeah, it was amazing.
Explain to them the coat and the hair.
Basically, Becky had like a waisted coat with tails and a hood that was really cool. It had double-breasted buttons. Just a really nice coat. She dyed her hair orange.
So it's a red-orange because there's a little bit of red mixed into it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of red mixed into it, and she had aviator goggles, or just goggles, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, she made herself stand out from the crowd, which I really admire and like. The hair color looks nice on her, and she can work it, which is what you want.
Her skin color matches her, works perfectly with this hair.
Yeah. The whole look works for her. Completely digging it. Sasha looked great. She was rocking what she was doing. This match was not one of the most fast-paced. It was not one of the most exciting matches that we've seen from the Divas. This match was a thing of beauty, though. They went out there, they told a story, and they put on a goddamn clinic.
So, as we were sat here and we were talking during the match, and I was telling Lindsay, it's like, this isn't the best match in terms of the matches we've seen by the women, and this was like halfway through it, because it just wasn't as spot heavy or anything. But they were telling this amazing story throughout this match, and it was focusing on pure traditional wrestling, working over a body part. And as the match continued to progress, it's like, this is amazing. This is really awesome, because it was a slower paced match, but at the same time, it told a great story. And I just sat here, and we sat here watching it and went, holy crap, I want more of this, because this is storytelling at its finest.
I wish they would let the main roster divas do matches like this. do tag matches like they did earlier in the show. I wish the divas on the main roster got the level of respect and were viewed on the same level as the guys as what the NXT divas are. Because the NXT divas are held in as much regard, if not a little bit higher, than the guys. They get time. They're allowed to showcase their skills. They're allowed to steal the show.
Right. I want to explain something to you, because I was just looking through the times throughout the night, right?
Right.
From bell to bell, this went 15 minutes and, 15 minutes and 33 seconds. That was the longest match on the show.
Yeah. See? Yeah.
Like, the main event was 13 minutes, and that never really had a clear finish. This went 15 and a half minutes bell to bell. That's pretty
And that's
good.
Not including entrances.
No, that's just bell to bell.
So 20 minutes. They had 20 minutes, essentially.
They had a 20-minute segment, and the first match had almost 7. The first match went 7 minutes bell to bell, and that didn't even feel that like 7 minutes. It felt like they could go longer too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this match, I want more of this. I want to see this on the main roster.
Right. As we mentioned, this was about wrestling and storytelling, and they were focusing on body parts, and Sasha focused right in on the arm of Becky Lynch. She had a nice arm breaker by Sasha on the ring apron, which Lizzie went, "Hey, Bray, that's how you do it."
And to the people that Bray does it to, that's how you sell it.
Yeah. She continued working over the arm of Becky Lynch, including a straitjacket submission. But then there was this moment in this match, and she's just bending the arm back of Becky Lynch. And right there went, ow, 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 that has to hurt. Oh my god, that hurt.
Yeah, there were several moments like that in this match where you're like, ow.
But that's not all she did. She then stepped on the arm as she had it bent backward. Ow! Ow! My arm hurt just looking at it. Then Becky Lynch powered out of the armbar submission, and she lifted her up, got her up straight up in the air on her shoulder, and dropped her backwards, which was nice. Becky then hit a missile dropkick, 2 count. Big running knee in the corner for a 2 count. Sasha was trying to pin Becky, but she kept trying to pin Becky as she started getting frustrated. Becky then smashed the arm of Sasha into the ring post, and then she took control. She had this Northern Lights suplex with combination with a hammerlock, just driving her up right on her arm. She had a German suplex on her shoulder. There was a nice flip into an armbar submission by Becky, which was really, really nice. That Sasha had to crawl to the ropes. You were building drama at this point. Sasha then went for a dive. Looked like she got Becky with it, but no, Becky caught her and then drove her back first into the steps, which looked like it hurt. Oh, really, really hurt. Then Becky was on the top rope. Sasha caught her single arm DDT right down on the arm and locked in the bank statement. Your winner, Sasha Banks, still NXT Women's Champion. Holy crap. This was amazing.
This was a thing of beauty.
It really, really was. Can't say enough about these two girls. Triple H on the conference call on Tuesday said these two are going to steal the show. Mm-hmm. These two stole the show.
These two completely stole the show. Becky got a standing ovation after the match was over.
Yeah, that was...
When was the last time any of the divas got a standing ovation? I think it was Charlotte and Natty, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Or was it Charlotte and Bayley?
Both, probably.
Both, probably. But yeah, Becky and Sasha got a standing ovation after this match.
But that's NXT. When you say divas, if you go to the main roster, I don't remember the last time a main roster diva got an ovation like that.
Yeah. I mean, these two just went out there, and they had something to prove. You could tell they had something to prove. They both had a chip on their shoulder, and they went out there, and they made the decision they were going to put on the very best match that they could, and they were going to give everything they had to this match. And it shows. It really shows that they cared, and they wanted to do something special tonight. Because, honestly, as Rock and I were sitting here watching the show together, and tonight is the night you have to step up. Tonight is the night that you show them what you can do, what you have. This isn't another you show up, you collect a paycheck, you slough off. This is you give them 100% and you show what you're capable of, because the higher brass is watching. And if you want to get called up, which Sasha is damn close to getting called up at this point, you give them everything you have. And that's exactly what she and Becky did. And just, it was just something amazing to watch. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it just to see everything that they did because there was so much going on. It was like, you can't keep track of it. But especially at the end, the spots they were hitting, the things that they were doing, I want more of that. I want to see more of that because it was amazing.
It really, really was. Man.
Yeah. And if that's not enough...
Yeah, that wasn't enough. By the
now
way,
we have the main event.
Yeah, by the way, if you're just tuning in, where have you been? This is The Rack right here live on the Wild Talk Radio Network, presented always by Wrestling Figure Wednesday. Go to youtube.com/MBG1211 for all your stop motion wrestling action figure needs, because we're going long tonight. Sorry about that. Go long!
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, because we're talking TakeOver.
Yeah.
And, well, now we're going to talk about the other match that everybody's kind of anticipating. Zayn versus Owens 2 for the NXT title. They tried to kill each other.
Alright, so, before we even get into the match itself, we gotta talk about the entrance. Sammy comes out, ole, ole, ole. Cool. Then Kevin Owens saunters to the ring, and he took his time. He took his swagger time. And when he walked down to the stage, he was not wearing a KO t-shirt.
Oh no.
Oh no. The champ was here. He wore John Cena's U.S. Championship t-shirt.
Again, Kevin, you magnificent a-hole you. Bless you so much.
Right?
He's working it.
Yeah, he was. The bell sounding, Owen's bell is always, crowd was singing the John Cena sucks songs as Owen was walking around the ring. And this one, they were in the ring a little bit, but then they just went into the crowd and started fighting. That's what they did. They brawled. Owens went for the powerbomb on the outside in the crowd, but Sammy grabbed onto the railing and got out of it. He backdropped Owens back to ringside, got back in the ring, blew Thunderbomb for a 2 count. He had a half Nelson suplex for a 2 count, which was amazing. And this is all being done by an injured Sami Zayn. Mm-hmm. Owens countered a Tornado D, went for the cannonball. Zayn moved, exploder suplex. Owens bailed out of the way of the halufa kick. Zayn with a nice suplex on the floor. He goes charging at Owen. Owens hits the pop-up powerbomb on the side of the ring.
Ow.
And Sammy was dead.
Yep, Sammy's dead.
Referees came out to check on Sami Zayn. Owens kept going after Zayn. He continued to go after him. Ref continued to pull him apart. Doctors came out to check on Sammy. They were checking his head, checking his shoulder. Owens then dragged Sami Zayn into the ring. William Regal comes out. He tries to stop Owens. Well, Owens was having none of William Regal. So, before we continue, let's react to all this first.
It's just, holy crap.
They beat the hell out of each other.
They tried to kill each other.
Mainly Sammy was trying to kill Kevin.
Yeah, Sammy had him mad, which was kind of awesome to see, because Sammy's always so nice and happy and friendly that you really don't think he has that dark murderous side to him. And, well, apparently he does. And he tried to kill Kevin because he's like, screw you. I'm pissed at you. Dude, how could you do this to me? And then he just proceeded to beat the crap out of him. Or try to beat the crap out of him. I mean, they went all over the audience area. At one point, I thought they were going to go outside, and it's like, dude, don't pull the Bo Dallas. Security will chase you.
I just imagine Bo Dallas is still running outside being chased.
Bo Dallas is still running from Full Sail security. I'm convinced of it.
That's why he's never been back.
He's on the lam. But, yeah, I mean, and what was interesting about this was Kevin was taking a lot of the bumps for Sammy, because Sammy is clearly injured. But Kevin was doing everything he could to make Sammy look like $1 million. They were working together. It was a really, really nice story between the two. And up until Kevin Owens decided to murder Sami Zayn. And that's when the story took a turn, and it got even more interesting because we saw the refs come out. We saw Regal come out and basically stop Owens from doing another powerbomb to Zayn.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool. The two got into a scuffle, which, I would not mind seeing William Regal versus Kevin Owens, honestly.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
That would be something to see. But Regal physically pulled Owens away from Zayn.
Yeah.
Physically did it. And got shoved out of the ring for it, but physically pulled Owens off of Zayn before Zayn got a chair. before Owens got a chair.
So Owens has his chair, and, well, he's ready to strike.
Samoa Joe.
You heard it. Samoa Joe is in WWE. He's in NXT. Holy crap.
In the holy shit moment of the night, Samoa Joe walks out in WWE NXT, ironically, on a night where...
It was reported, as we talked about earlier in the show, the report that came out about Destination America.
Canceling TNA.
Canceling TNA.
The sheer irony of it. But... yeah, the holy shit moment of the night goes to Samoa Joe walking out where we all knew he had probably signed. We knew he was going to be there. We figured he would show up, but it was in this capacity where he walks out at the very end of the show, interrupts Owens and Zayn, basically glares at Owens, and he's like, "Don't you dare." The crowd starts immediately chanting, "Joe's gonna kill you," and fight Owens fight, and it's just this stare down between the two, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, they had their stare down, Owen left, crowd was chanting, "This is awesome." Owens came back, was basically, "Not tonight, not tonight, not tonight."
Yeah, not tonight.
And then Joe was awesome. So, before we're going to talk more about this really quickly, but I have to read a tweet that came out about 51 minutes after, it came out about 20 minutes after the event ended. Get the official at WWE NXT shirt for Samoa Joe, only on WWE Shop.
Somebody was on the ball.
They had a shirt for him ready. The shirt he wore to the ring, I thought, oh, it's just a shirt he had got made up. No, submission specialist Samoa Joe, SoCal. That's his official WWE NXT t-shirt. He has a shirt now, Lindsay.
He had a shirt 30 minutes after the freaking show went off the air.
Yeah.
And, apparently it crashed WWEshop.com because everybody was going to get it.
Yeah, I was trying to load the page and it was just loading very slowly.
So, good on them for having all that ready. Obviously they were playing coy with it, and bravo to them for it.
Hunter was very coy. Yeah, he stopped by the last time we were in town, and, a lot of people stopped by. Way to keep it under wraps, Hunter.
Hunter working everything.
Yeah, because he never denied it.
Oh no, he never denied it. Absolutely never denied it. That's the thing. You really kind of can't deny it. But the fact that he's like, oh yeah, we're just kind of talking and he's visiting and yeah, he's just going to check it out. No, he hasn't signed yet. And well, then Takeover happens and oh hey, look, it's Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Oh hey.
Hey, look at that. How about that?
How about that?
How you doing? There's a couple of things I want to talk about or mention from the show. And it involves the Twitter machine. And this is not Tweet of the Week because these were not tweets we used for Tweet of the Week. These are just actual tweets that were put out about the show. Lance Storm tweeted this: "It wasn't one of the finest women's matches we've seen in NXT. It was one of the finest matches we've seen in NXT." That's from Lance Storm.
Yeah, and that's about Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch.
Taz. Hey, Becky Lynch, WWE versus Sasha Banks, WWE just upped the game in the females competing in this business. Spectacular. That's high praise from two of the best.
Yeah, it is.
Because these two have trained some of the best in the business, period.
And when they say your match was really good, your match was really good. Like, Becky and Sasha. Everybody should be proud, but Becky and Sasha need to give themselves a pat on the back. That was a absolutely beautiful match that they put on.
Right.
I mean, if you go back and you watch nothing else, go watch that match.
Yeah, Lindstrom again tweeted, the NXT women alone are worth more than $9.99 WWE Network. So he goes, so we have Fight Owens fight versus Baylor, Owens versus Joe, Owens versus Cena to look forward to. Where are my shades? The future looks bright.
Yep.
I couldn't say it any better than Lance Storm just did right there.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm kind of in agreement with that. The future definitely looks bright.
It really, really does. And this show, again, from top to bottom, like, there wasn't even a finish in the main event. Did it matter?
No, I don't think anybody cared. Like, everybody completely forgot Zayn was dead on the mat when Joe walked out.
Yeah.
I mean, just Zayn's laying there. He's got the refs all around him. They're all checking on him. And everybody's like, oh my god, it's Samoa Joe. Owens and Joe have the stare down. And it's like, in the background, you still see Sami Zayn just dead. Like, Joe was on, came out at 5-10 minutes before the show ended. And everybody's just like, oh my god, it's Joe. And everybody's freaking out. And meanwhile, Sami Zayn is just
dead. Yeah.
Nobody's paying attention to Zayn because it's like, oh my god, it's Joe.
Yeah. An hour after the show last night, NXT Takeover was still trending on Twitter. Taz tweeted, shit just got legit when Samoa Joe arrived. It's like, yeah. You got people in the business talking about it. Everyone was talking about this show. It was a must-see show. It was a must-watch show. It was an amazing show. Yeah.
Yeah. Main roster, y'all need to step up your game. Because these folks down in NXT, they're coming for your asses. They're coming for your spots.
We talked about this beforehand, and we were like, over the weekend, we were like, it's kind of curious how they planned these out.
Yeah, had this gone before Payback, the main roster would have been screwed. Because they would have had to step up to that. Like, basically, the main roster did Payback, and it's like, okay, yeah, beat that. NXT walks out, no problem. I mean, yeah, this was just top to bottom. This was a great, great show, and even the weaker matches on this card delivered. Honestly, we didn't say that for Payback.
Like, the only thing we were really high on, as you heard, was the main event. Because that was a great main event, and that was very fun. But it's like, you had this show from top to bottom. Couldn't go wrong.
No, you really couldn't.
Like, there wasn't... Like, even the worst match on the show wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was just a typical match. And if typical is the way you play it, can we have more typical?
Yeah, I'm okay with typical. I mean, it's... You can tell everybody on this roster is hungry. You can tell everybody on this roster wants to be there. They want to succeed. They want to get to that next level. They all have that drive to get there. And they all understood what tonight meant. They understand what every live show that they do means. Because all the top brass are usually there. They're all watching. They're all evaluating. And every time they do one of these shows, this roster steps up. Like, they're just that motivated to go out there and do the best that they can do and show the best that they can so they can try and get elevated or they can try to get noticed. Because that's what everybody's trying to do right now, is get noticed. And everybody on this card did their best to get noticed, but I think we know who stole the show, aside from Joe.
Aside from Joe, who was that? The women?
I would say Becky and Sasha. Hands down.
Hands down.
They went out there and blew everybody out of the water. But
Adam Pearce tweeted that night, I seriously can't help you if you didn't love that hashtag Divas Takeover.
Yeah. I actually kind of want to let them just have their own show. Just give the Divas their own show, please.
Robert Flores tweeted, this isn't great women's match. This isn't a great women's match. Just a great match. Period. Fantastic storytelling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, this is the one that everybody's talking about. They should be extremely proud of themselves for what they did.
Yeah, yeah.
Match of the night, show stealer. You can't get much better than that.
You really can't. To go over the records, you went 2-3, I went 4-1, and we took down the Magic 8 Ball, who went 1-4.
Yes!
Even though I You don't.
Eh.
But we both took down the 8 ball, so that's what matters.
That's what's important. We took down the 8 ball. We finally took down the 8 ball.
Yeah, we finally did. Oh, what a night. What a show.
What a night. What a show. I think we've kept the people here long enough. So I say we're done.